Yo, what up, man? How y'all feeling? Yo, man, so I'm doing my research. I'm always trying to stay, I'm trying to stay on the pulse of what's going on at all times. And from what I see, YouTube is monetizing small creators. And to me, I'm from the hood. I'm from Brooklyn. You feel me? Like the land of the hustlers. We get into it. We kind of aggressive with ours. So when I hear YouTube is monetizing small creators, I'm looking at it like, oh, this is the next jug. So now, back in the days, the next jug was always like some criminal stuff. You see what I'm saying? And everybody finds out, they get on it. And some people get their money, some people get jammed up, and everything in between happens. But YouTube is legit. And the thing is, if you lock in, you can really run it up. I don't gotta, I'm sure most of y'all know who Kai Cenat is. That's someone who locked in. And there's other people that's with him that maybe not as famous and popular, but they also ran it up crazy, and their joint is bumping. I don't know why he's the one that's so mainstream, but regardless, these other people are eating. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, it just makes sense to lock in. You know what I mean? Whether like I hear a lot of other people making videos like this, and they're like, yo, don't worry about what people are thinking of you. And like, respectfully, oh, look at I think that's my cousin. I'm gonna leave him alone though. I was gonna holler at him, but respectfully, like, we not from that. We from that, oh, this is going to make a lot of money, we get into it. Like, I'm never attaching my personal identity to the bag. Like, I have morals and principles, and there's certain things I won't do for money, but I'm not gonna let what people may think of me due to how I'm getting money affect anything, if you get what I'm saying. Like, if I gotta do some doofy TikTok shit and all my peers is like, oh, you a cornball because you doing TikTok dances, if those TikTok dances is bringing the bag, I'm doing TikTok dances. Especially if I'm not up. If I'm not up, I'm gonna learn all these weird dances. I don't like dancing at all. But if they say, oh, TikTok dances are what's hitting right now, and you're going to get a bag, I'm locking in. I'm doing all the TikTok dances. I got rhythm, but as far as dancing, that's not me. But whatever's hitting, I'm with it. I'm doing it. Unless it aggressively goes against my morals. You feel me? Because to me, it's like, yo, do whatever it takes to ensure that you're good. And then when you're good, you can build upon that. Make sure your family good. Make sure your people's good. Somebody might get jammed up, and you want to be in a position where you can hold them down. Like, somebody might have a health issue. They can't make their own money, and everything's falling apart for them. It would be wonderful to be in a position, be like, yo, I got you. Take you under the wing. It's nothing. I got you. Hold you down. Oh, you need a place to stay right now? All right. I got 5 extra rooms. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how I'm looking at it. Like, so you're gonna not do something that's deemed silly or because people might look at you away. Nah. We not even thinking like that. It's like, oh, this makes bread. Because think about, like, to me, it's like the stuff that people respect you for doing to make your money, is extremely disadvantageous. Like, I'm not bashing mailmen, because I was a mailman. You know, I was getting to it how I was getting to it. But if you're a mailman, I saw how the whole community, like, had put this respect on your name. Like, oh yeah, that's a good job, benefits, retirement plan. And it's like, you know, I don't want to go too deep into how I personally feel about that, but all I will say is that was based on the past. You know, back in the days, you become a mailman, you're making extremely good bread, and you like a pillar in your community. Now, you know, the things have changed. Like I said, I'm not trying to bash no positions, so I'm gonna keep it very light, because people say I'll be too aggressive and too blunt or whatever. But what I'm trying to say is things have changed. So does it not make more sense to create content that can help a large amount of people? Because at the end of the day, you might feel like, okay, I don't have anything to offer, but everybody understands something better than the next person. So if I'm out here, one thing I've noticed is, you know, I'm someone who stays dedicated to my goals and dreams. So I'm not gonna lock in and make a lot of bread if it's not in alignment with my goals and dreams. That's me. If I don't have to, and it's not in alignment with what I'm actually trying to do, I'm not locking in on that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know I just said to get to the bread, but YouTube is locked in on what I'm trying to do. And I know a lot of people don't have goals and dreams, or they do, but they scared to chase it. So, you know, I spent a lot of time learning a lot of skills and information that helped me. But in that time, I'm not making money that I could have been making. And what I realized is when I communicate with people who are making the money, they don't have the information or skill set. I guess that's kind of like the catch-22 of this whole thing. If you're getting to the money, you're not gaining the skills and knowledge you need. If you're gaining the skills and the knowledge and experience, you may not be making the money that you need to make. So, you know, it's kind of like, that's just what it is. It's what do you call it? I don't know what to call it, but it's basically kind of like I guess a pendulum. It's the yin and yang kind of effect, so to speak. Like, okay, you're not doing this, well, you're gonna be strong at this, but you're gonna be weak at this. If you do the other thing, you're gonna be strong at that and weak at the other thing. Like, that's just how it works, unfortunately. So, you know, you can go on YouTube, and whatever someone's weakness is or their blind spot is, you can fill that gap. You see what I'm saying? You can fill that gap for somebody, because they don't have that insight, because they were busy over here making money, or they were busy over here gaining skills, knowledge, and experience. So that's what it really comes down to right now. So you might be able to tell me how to get to the money, because I wasn't attentive to getting to the money, because I needed to understand and be in alignment with what I'm trying to do. And then other people, they're busy getting to the money, but then they don't fully understand the business that they're partaking in. So now you can go on YouTube and fill in a gap for somebody. I just gave you that example. So that's what I would do. You know, like, YouTube is hitting right now. It's hitting right now. They giving it up crazy. People getting monetized in a month. Lock in, my boy. Lock in. Like, yeah, you might be trash at first, you might be scared at first. That's how everything work in life. Whatever you doing right now, I don't know if you working at some job and you doing clerical work, you was trash when you first started. If you wasn't, it's because you had some type of experience. Get your experience points in. It's on some do your reps. That's what it come down to. Reps. That's what everything is. Reps. You feel me? You keep doing it. Eventually, you start becoming very familiar with it. You start peeping little patterns and shortcuts. That's called experience. Now you good at what you do. You become better at what you do. That's the same. That's all YouTube is. You know what I mean? You gonna make a trash thumbnail. You gonna have a trash title. But then as you go along, you're like, oh, I notice these thumbnails be getting more views. I notice these titles get more views. Let me double down on that. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's really what it comes down to. Enticing thumbnails, enticing titles. Now, if you can grab people in with these enticing thumbnails and these enticing titles, now, pardon. Now, once you've done that, you deliver value. So once you deliver value and people's like, oh, this is actually useful information, now they locked into your video. You getting view time. You getting view time, monetization. That's how it works, my boy. That's how it works. Damn, it's tight walking going down these streets. So, you know, if you like me, you an independent artist, you gotta be an entrepreneur first. You gotta be like, I'm getting to this money first. Now, YouTube is one of the ways to make bread. Like somebody said, oh, I'm gonna stop being a musician, I'm gonna be a YouTuber. If you a musician, you supposed to be a YouTuber. That's like a free lane of bread. You just document what you doing. And now you get money off the views. Jump in on the trend. I'm always with the, I'm not a trendy person, but I basically try and grab the fire from the trend to keep my shit on fire, if that makes sense. So a trend happens, like I spoke about the dancers earlier. I'm not a dancer person, but if a dance is trending, I'm going to figure out how to use that trend, how to steal fire from that trend to keep my fire going. So if I think dancing is corny, I'm gonna speak on it in my special way. You know, I like to mix hood vernacular when speaking on certain topics. That's how I do it. You got to figure out how you gonna do it. You know, so I might see a dance video and I'll be like, yo, I don't know, man. This dance is very sus. This is what y'all doing. Y'all can't be 38 wiggling your body around like that. You can't be 42 doing the stanky leg, my boy. I just don't know if that's the best look for you. That's me. That's me. That's how I'm gonna flip it, make it funny. And you know, the audience that likes that is going to like that. It's that simple. It's that simple. The people who's like, oh no, I love the stinky leg, they might not be for me. They might find it funny too. But I'm gonna put my sauce on the trend. So if I don't like the trend, I'm gonna speak on the trend. You get what I'm saying? Like, find your way to apply your sauce to the trend, to then bring in the fire from the trend. You see what I'm saying? And then you go back to doing what you do, your core elements of your brand or yourself, so to speak. That's how you keep it going. So let's review. Get your thumbnails right. I can't tell you exactly, But you can see what's already working. I'm big on using what's already working. Get your thumbnails right. Study the thumbnails. See what's popping. See which joints you could leverage to your own style. Then get your titles right. Same thing. Do your research. See what's working. Yap that up. Put it into your style. And then always trend ride, man. You gotta surf them trends, my boy. How you choose to surf the trends is on you. But surf them joints. Me, I'm gonna get to it. I'm attacking this joint. Anytime somebody told me, oh, this is what's hitting, I'm attacking it. Aggressively, viciously. I may not be as skilled as I need to be while attacking it, but I'm going to attack it to the best of my abilities. I attack consistency. So it's like, okay, I might be super weak. I might be very weak on something. I'm like 110 pounds wet. I'm not actually that. I'm just giving you an example and metaphor. If I'm 110 pounds wet and I can only bench 20 pounds from the bench press, I'm going to attack them 20 pounds relentlessly. That 20 going to turn into 30, then to 40, then to 50. And over time, I'm on that bench doing 250. That's what anything is, my boy. It's consistency. Attack it with consistency, not intensity. Consistency over time is going to always win. So, that's where I'm at with it. YouTube busting, YouTube hitting, let's get to it. YouTube all day. That's the trap house. That's the new scam right now. YouTube. You making so much bread it's gonna feel like a scam. This you know what I mean? And all you doing is chatting. You chatting. They can't jam you up for chatting, bro. You don't gotta worry about nobody running down on you for chatting. Chatting is not even that complicated. You're gonna have to do a little bit of research. You're gonna have to pay attention to the analytics. But I'm big on nerd up. Nerd up. Everybody wanna be G'd up now. Nerd up. Everybody wanna, they want to be tough and all of that. No. Be smart. Smarten up. Because toughness going to carry you, but it's always somebody tougher. It's always a tougher situation. And toughness usually leads you to a crash out. So you being tough, you know what I mean? You going to drive right into a brick wall. You're not tougher than that brick wall. You're a human being. You made of flesh and bones. So no matter how well you eat, which most of y'all are not, you're not taking in the proper minerals to even have your bone density what it needs to be. And flesh is flesh. So no matter how tough you are, when you run 100 miles per hour into that brick wall, your flesh and bones are going to be defeated by that brick wall. So that's why I'm a huge believer on nerd up. Nerd up. Don't toughen up. You know what I mean? Well, some people do need to toughen up, but that's usually not the case with people from where I'm from. The issue is they always trying to be tough, and it leads to a lot of crash outs and unnecessary nonsense. So we need to nerd up. And I don't want to go off on a tangent because this is about attacking YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, right now it's hitting. It's hitting right now. This is the trap house right now. The trap house bumping right now. So jump in. But what I'm trying to say is, in general, I think technology has become the overall trap house. The trap house is digital. And what's better about the digital trap house is it's perfectly legal. It's going to make more money than the illegal trap house. And it's so sophisticated and advanced that there's no real limit to it. It's actually insane right now. So, you know, that's all I really want to talk about. You know, lock in, do your research, look at similar people to you that's doing what you want to do or something similar to what you want to do, and, you know, see what's working and emulate that till you figure out your own source, man. I'm just trying to give y'all game, and that's where I'm at with it, man. Bless up.